I'm sorry to tell you this. It is very awful. Have a look, no problem. Yeah, there's a scar here. Maybe the cameraman can zoom. This scar here, it was caused by that bulb, which was considered a bomb. So, it broke, it damaged my stomach. It was inside, there was a hole. People thought that I was going to die. I was also thinking the same. I thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. Praise be to God. So now, not only that, but also my thumb. If you can see,
Liberty Speaking, the best field of study.
hello, dear viewers, followers of Liberty Speaking TV. My name is Uwingabire Jean de Dieu Uwingabire. I have come to tell you my testimony. Many people wonder why I look like this. Sometimes when I'm teaching you, you may look and see this small thumb and ask yourself why I have it. Or sometimes when you look at me, you can see that the eyes are not equal. So in this testimony, I'm going to clarify all this. Let me start by my background. I was born in Rwanda in 1982 in a poor family. I grew up in a village called Nyarugunga, located in a former commune, Kanombe, which is currently Kicukiro district. At the age, I was born amongst 8 children. I was the second child. My father was drunkard, but my mother was very humble to him. Although I grew up in such circumstances, I thank God because God enabled me to achieve a lot of things. When I was 7 years old, in 1989, my parents took me to primary school. I started P1 in Kankanombe Primary School. For those people who know military camp, which is located at Kanombe, there is a primary school. That's where my parents took me to study primary 1. When I reached primary 4, I couldn't continue at the same school because of one problem. No sooner had we started the term than genocide against Tutsi took place. All people in Rwanda were misplaced. We were also misplaced. But after genocide, thanks to RPA, which seized the country and rescued people who were being killed, we didn't continue staying in Kanombe. We moved to Remera. It is in the same district, Kicukiro, but different sector. We are living in Remera sector. Then I had to continue P4. We only studied one term. When I finished primary in 1996, I passed a national examination that we were supposed to do with enough marks, with enough grades. I was oriented to study at Groupe Scolaire Rambura Garso. Now I had to tell you my small background so that you will understand how it came up to face this accident. When I had finished Senior 1 at Groupe Scolaire Rambura Garso, in other words, Rambura Complex School, the school of mixed students, because of the insecurity that was caused by militia army Interahamwe or intruders, which were attacking some parts of our country from Congo or other countries. I didn't continue studying because they attacked that part where my school was located. And unfortunately, because I had not paid for all the school fees, I had to drop out. And because I didn't have the form report, I had to stay home. But I didn't stay idle. My father looked for me an occupation. This time, I started selling some eggs. I was a street boy. I don't mean vagabond. I was just selling eggs everywhere in Kigali. And although I was selling those eggs, it was not perfect all the time. One day, because I was a small kid, at the age of almost 15, I used to disturb some things. I used to play with some things which would somehow damage me. So one day when I was cooking my eggs, now I am coming to the point of where I had this accident. I saw something. I used to go to a neighbor shop where I was checking the time because, when someone is cooking eggs, it takes 15 minutes for the eggs to be ready to be cooked. So because I didn't have my own watch, I had to go to that shop where there was a clock so as to check what time was it for me to take off the eggs that I was cooking. So this day I had succeeded a lot. I had earned a lot of money. So I went to that shop to check the time. Arriving there, I looked down, and then I saw something which looked like an ampoule. I said, now this ampoule may give light, much light, because we didn't have electricity at home. I said, let me take it home, and then I bought some piles. I mean the batteries, radio batteries. For those who usually play radio, they were named Tiger's batteries. I bought 2 of them. And then I said, let me take them home and connect to this bulb. Maybe it's gonna give light. So that when I'm cooking my eggs, when I'm cooking the eggs, this light is going to be helpful. I took it home, thinking that this was the solution. Arriving home, before taking off the eggs that I was cooking, I said, let me first try this bulb. It was like a small bulb which is inserted in a torch. But it was somehow smoked. You could not see inside. Then, because when I picked it up, I looked inside it using this side. And my father had a wire, a small wire, very thin wire in the bed's drawer. So I said, let me use my father's wire and connect this bulb to these batteries. Maybe it's gonna give me much light. Before taking off the eggs, I took those batteries and tied them and put them on this hand. One top of the wire, I touch it here, and another one, put it on the remaining side. Then I touched one part of that bulb. Instead of giving light, do you know what happened? No sooner had I connected that wire to that bulb than it burst like a bomb. Oh my gosh, I cried. Oh my God, I'm dying. Help, help, help. My father was outside. It was evening time when students and workers were returning home. Then my father said, what happened, my son? What have you played with? I said, I picked up one bulb and tried to connect it to the battery, but instead of giving light, it has burst. What can I do? I'm dying, Dad. Please help me. My father came for rescue. Arriving there, I was bleeding a lot. Here, as you can see, when it happened, I was wearing a sweater, so it was broken. It was torn. Here, if you can look, you can see there is a scar Have a look, no problem. Yeah, there's a scar here. Maybe the cameraman can zoom. This scar here, it was caused by that bulb, which was considered a bomb. So it broke, it damaged my stomach. It was inside, there was a hole. People thought that I was going to die. I was also thinking the same. I thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. Praise be to God. So now, not only that, but also my thumb. If you can see, my thumb is short. I wasn't born this way. This thumb is not like, it was not like this. When this happened, it damaged all of it. It became like dust. It was not, you couldn't think that was bones, because you could only see the meat, and a lot of blood. A lot of blood was coming out. Another one, if you can see, my eye, my right eye. This one is not my real eye, because when this happened, it burst. It broke my eye, my right eye. There was coming blood and water from here. So, I'm sorry to tell you this. It is very awful. And then my father took me to hospital, Kigali Hospital, which was located in Nyarugenge district. This time I was keeping some money. I had been keeping some money for my life. Then my father asked me, I don't have money, my son, what can I do? But I told him, there's some money in the box. I kept some money. Because I was small, I was still young. I was not allowed to open a bank account. So I had bought a small wooden box in which I was keeping some money, which would help me in the future. I was thinking maybe this money is going to be the start to go back to school. Then my father asked me, where did you keep the money? I directed him. I used to keep the money and keep the key somewhere. So I oriented him where the key was. Then he took the money out of the wooden box and took me to hospital. We took a bus. Can you imagine? I was bleeding a lot. People thought that I was going to die. Arriving in the bus station, which was nearby Giporoso there, if you see that petrol station there, the bus station was located there. That's where my father took me a bus. We went to Kigali Hospital, but people thought that I was going to die. But God had a plan for me. This testimony was given in Kinyarwanda previously, but today I wanted to share it in English so that those people, those foreigners who only understand English, can understand what happened to me and have pity of such people. And when we arrived in a hospital, I had to take a ward. My father said, I don't have enough money. Don't worry, Muzee. They said, Muzee, it is Kinyarwanda, which is translated to old man. We are going to take care of everything. No sooner had we arrived at the hospital than police arrived and attacked us, saying, Mr. Muzee, are you the one who has brought a son who has played with a bomb or grenade? I said, a bomb? No. Which bomb? Ask the boy. He's mature, he can reply. But because I was able to talk, I said, no, that was not a bomb. It was an ampoule. It was an ampoule. I said, no, Muzee. Okay, let's go. The boy is staying here. We will keep you in a custody and do our investigation. Then we'll let you know what has come up. My father was put in a custody thinking that he was keeping a bomb. But that was wrong. I spent there a month in the hospital. But by God's grace, God healed me, and my father was released. Unfortunately, today my father is not alive. He died a few years ago. So that was a small testimony about how I survived from this accident. But after that, don't think that I stopped going to school. By God's grace, I returned to school, and at school, people used to nickname me one-eyed man. What is that? What can you do? but God helped me through everything that was going on. And I studied senior 1 at Apagi. That was in French. It is a secondary school which is located in Muhazi, Eastern Province. I finished ordinary level in 2000 and went to study languages at Groupe Scolaire Shogwe. I graduated secondary school in English and literature with a diploma without a scholarship, but I thank God. Although I was using only one eye, God helped me. I want to tell you how I got this artificial eye that I talked about. When I was out there waiting to get a job, I used to go to an Anglophone church, whereby I met a very good Samaritan who is called Pastor Francis Frimpong. May God bless him. And his wife did me a favor. Which favor, you say? While we were in prayer request giving, I gave my request to pray for me because I always felt headache. So Mrs. Frimpong asked me if there was any way to arrange me so that I could release. I could leave. This time, I told him, people told me that if I go to hospital, it can stop. She promised some money. The following day, she gave me 60,000 as I had explained to her, and I went to King Faisal Hospital, whereby this eye was given. I spent there about 2 weeks, and that's how it happened. After that, by God's favor, I continued my life. After that, I got married. Now I am not single. I'm no longer single. I am a married man, as you can see. I got married in 2013, and I have 2 boys. In the last testimony, I didn't tell people that I'm married, but I think those who are following me are going to have this as a good news that I'm not single. Before I conclude, I end my testimony, I want to tell you that God did me a favor and I became an English teacher. Now I teach on a YouTube channel. As you are following me, this YouTube channel is called Liberty Speaking TV. I teach 4 languages: English, Swahili, French, and Kinyarwanda. And because I know there are many things that I'm not good at, I'm studying at Mount Kenya University. May God bless my sponsor who is in America, the one who followed my YouTube channel and committed to help me. Today, I don't have any other job but teaching on YouTube channel. So, I hope you enjoyed my testimony. If there are any questions, don't hesitate asking me. Because of a short time, I will be telling you more in the next testimony. May God bless you. Goodbye.
Liberty Speaking, the best field of study.